Desmond Ridder and the Baltimore Ravens, taking on Lamar Jackson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Autumn has arrived in the mid-Atlantic region of the U.S., and it is a glorious afternoon at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this one. Before he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Pugh. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Seahawks are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by a much-discussed third-rounder in last year's draft. The second-year pro out of Cincinnati, Desmond Ridder.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Right back to Sanders on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Ritter. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. They'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Ritter now. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Pugh. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 2nd down and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Pugh. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a give right side. Pugh.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
The Seahawks sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they've been playing well, really well. And winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better, one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Jackson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
First down, here's Ritter.
And Cooks has it over the middle. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Oh, fighting off the defender. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
2nd and 5.
Another run with Sanders. Shreds the tackle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Back to throw, Ritter.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
On second down now. Pugh. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. To throw is Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Owens. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 77 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Now Jackson on first down. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle they go. Pugh. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
107 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Now it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play, not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's a give up the middle. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A 10-play drive that time, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Option left, and Ritter keeps it.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Up the middle they go with Sanders.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Ritter.
And that is incomplete.
Here's Presley Harvin now.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
128 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Owens.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
They'll try the left side. Pugh. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Pugh. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
Punter Sterling Hoff-Richter out now on 4th down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Ravens will take over.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Preston Smith, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Sanders. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Ritter. This one into the hands of Burton. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
3rd down and 13. Ritter back to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
On it's Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They fell last week to Cleveland, but they're on top here as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
141 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Real quick, man.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Caught left side, Williams. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you have the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6. Ritter will set up to throw it.
Throw left side complete. That's Andrews.
And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle is made at the 28-yard line.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll go again with Sanders. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Right there. 54, right there.
Ritter going to keep it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Sanders is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pugh, and to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Jackson. He's across midfield.
And finally marked down at the 42-yard line.
11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Over the middle, that's caught by Owens. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Again, Jackson finding Williams once more, complete. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Throwing is Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now it's Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Jackson will throw again. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, and that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, let's stay in the Midwest and head down to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And at the half, they are down to the visiting Dolphins in that one. Aaron Rodgers, a touchdown pass there. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And that one, all tied. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys lead it at the break as we send you back up to Baltimore and Brandon Gott. Brandon.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Another run here with Sanders.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Ritter to throw it.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Play action. Now Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 14. 15 yards there for number 15.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Pugh. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it.
Touchdown! Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ritter now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Shoves him aside. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. He threw his 10th touchdown on the year last time they had it, and he'll look to keep it going here with a 1st and 10.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pugh. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Jackson, options out left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Bingo, partner. Lamar Jackson in the end zone. Nothing that surprises us at all, but when you look back at his touchdown totals in the last couple of years, just 3 last season and 2 the year before that. I think oftentimes he runs around, creates great yardage, and it lets his running backs carry it into the end zone to make everyone feel good. In this case, he got a little bit of the glory himself.
Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Ravens ready to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
It's a second down run with Sanders. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Ravens send their punter out now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fielded at about the 28. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
On 2nd down, Pugh, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. On 1st down, Pugh. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
2nd and a couple.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pugh. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Jackson going to keep it running right.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Jackson now.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. 15 yards there for number 15.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll run on 1st down. Pugh. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
3rd and 4.
Jackson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So on 4th down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
They'll run with Sanders. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Ritter. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This complete to Lockett. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Ritter on 1st and 10. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Ritter from the gun.
And that's complete to Cooks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
To the air again, it's Ritter.
It's caught, Lockett. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw it here, Ritter.
He gets it to Cooks. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Here's Ritter.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ritter again. He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Running right, here's Sanders. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll keep it on the ground. Pugh.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. 3rd and 9 here.
Now a give, right side. Pugh. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Back to throw, Ritter.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Here's 3rd and 9. Ritter now. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Working from the gun, Ritter.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches,
You're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
It's a big place in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
First down, here's Ritter. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Ritter. And he comes back with one complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
He's crossing. He's checking cross.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Tyler Lockett, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays.
And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st down, Pugh. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down now, Pugh. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Pugh. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Now for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And the Ravens taking the field.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Khair Elam makes a pick.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They'll run on first down. Pugh. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll keep it on the ground. Pugh, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. On second down, Pugh. They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks,
they run their mark to 6-2 on the year.
And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.